In front of him is Prabhat Jayasuriya. 24 overs, 1 for 77. He's bowled almost throughout. Dare I say throughout from that end, then that he's bowling from. The first thing to watch out for is how dry is the surface. Is there still a little bit of grip, a little bit of turn? It turned more in the third session yesterday than it did in the first two, as much as 4.5 degrees, which is fairly substantial. Adat Keshan from the other end was a little more threatening, but not quite accurate enough. So all eyes on him to this. Now here's something interesting straight away. He's got a short leg, but he's got a catching short fine leg.
Well, we know that Rishabh Pant looks to score virtually every single ball. There's no time to just defend. So away on the leg side here of Rishabh Pant. And so the line and length has to be perfect. Otherwise, he's going to put you away.
It's found space there. It's a strong point. So in effect, Sri Lanka feeding Pant to his strength. By hitting it along the ground, he's taking all the risk out of it.
To give themselves enough time to bowl the opposition out twice. I think India are now starting to think, look, we're only 2 down here. Let's put on a big first innings score and then back ourselves to bowl Sri Lanka.
Devdutt Padikkal is 133. It's 10th 100 in first-class cricket. And actually the kind of batter who likes getting a big one once he's in. 5 of his 900s have been more than 150, and that's what you want from a batter.
And particularly when you're in the form that he's in, because it can desert you in the drop of a hat. Think of Jaswal's dismissal, also someone playing so well and then gets run out in unfortunate circumstances. Still a little bit of turn and some bounce there.
He'll keep strike, just 2 runs of the over. 76 gone, it's 298 for 2.
Nice, good bowling,
Now the question, HDL, you've captained teams yourself in the past. Making an effort to establish himself at a batting number, he's injured. So Sai Sudarshan's got 280s in his last 5 test matches. But he's the incumbent number 3. The new man comes in, it's 150, say. You say, no, we've seen something in you, keep going.
That's arguably the most difficult thing for a selector. I remember Brad Hodge getting a double 100 against South Africa because Steve Waugh was injured, and then Waugh came straight.
We've got a more extreme example in India. Karun Nair got a triple. But Ajinkya Rahane was in form and was the incumbent player, came straight back in, and the precedent was established. If you're the informed player, if you're in the side, then the replacement comes in and the replacement. It'd be really tricky. 300 comes up for India. 300 for 2. If he was available today, as you would get another 30, 35. They want to go at least.
He's really made a concerted effort to get the ball up to the bat. As Nwanta, this time he gets his line right. The decision. Players are happy to accept the decision if it's something that the team culture has created and selectors, administrators have said, this is how we're going to be.
12 innings at number 3 for Sai Sudarshan, averaging 31. But he was thrust. Wasn't easy. It doesn't quite suggest long-term tendency.
To be fair, Padikkal didn't have it easy in Perth either, did he?
No, he didn't. Did you watch that game? You lived there, yeah? So he's got to take the call, Ajit Agarkar. He's got 2 test matches to take that call. So it's not as if you taking a call on the basis I've seen of Keshav Nuwanta. There goes another one tossed up. Just keep an eye on the lengths that he bowls on day 2. Because one of the things we saw yesterday was when Sri Lanka bowled in that good length area, they were going at under 3 runs in a much more brisk rate.
But we're only still actually on day 1 of the test match, so not every single ball is going to turn. That's why we keep rattling on about consistency, landing the ball in the same area, because if it does, one turn.
Has gone fine. They'll look for 2 at least here. Not sure it's got enough legs to go further than that. So Sai Sudarshan played 6 innings in England and 6 in India. Averaged 23 in England, 40 in India. There's a lot of cricket coming up in India. So I'm very curious to see how they look after Sai Sudarshan, because the other spot that's available is Dhruv Jurels at number 6, who's done very well, started off really well in that position.
Nice, good bowling.
Good start for Sri Lanka in terms of the lengths they've been bowling. 5. Taking the new ball, HD? Or are you happy with what you've seen so far?
Yeah, I might have to have a little rethink, because I think my spinners have found a lot better rhythm today. India haven't got away, but...
Oh, you thought he might do that. You thought he might do that, Rishabh Pant. In the end, he just chops it for a couple. But never a dull moment.
Never wants you...
Oh, he's not timed it at all. Will he get there? Will he get there? He does. The new ball gets a wicket, but not in the manner you thought. It's Rishabh Pant living by the sword and dying by it just now. And India lose another. Pant for 39. There's a wicket for Sri Lanka. And at last, a wicket for Keshav Nuwanta, who's bowled a lot better today than he did yesterday. And it's a big wicket of Rishabh Pant. Oh, good ball first up. To a well-set batter. Do you want to bowl that more often?
He was the pick of the bowlers yesterday. I know we're in Gaul, but he bowled 10 overs, none for 28. And what he was able to do, which others struggled, is he found a good line.
And then just a little extra weight. They've got a man very square on the boundary for that very reason.
Yes.
4-4. But don't hold it against the bowler. It's a good ball. Gets into the 80s. 81 is 3-1-2 for 3.
Plays it so late, doesn't he? Picks length so well. A boundary to third for Padikkal. Good afternoon, Sanjay.
Good afternoon, you. Good afternoon to everyone as we watch the second new ball, a new ball get renewed kind of bowling and potency.
Oh, that time gone. Wicket number 2. Turn and good sharp catch at forward short leg. And that is Rahul who has to walk back, but that was a very good catch at short leg.
There was a hint of surprise as well from KL Rahul, because the ball turned but turned sharply because of the hardness of the ball, and it was almost like a reaction of surprise. You can see that he wasn't really trying to play that shot.
First, watching him in that warm-up game, I thought he was the perfect orthodox. Gets a single, but just on a point, he's just in now, and we do know that someone under a lead right under your bat is a new.
Even suggest that he should change his ways. Oh, beautiful, beautiful timing on that one. Devdutt Padikkal, while everything has happened around him, quietly and calmly and with
Lanka. Sachin Tendulkar made 203, but that was in Colombo, and 4 and goal.
Yeah, we've seen Devdutt Padikkal.
But all eyes on this left-hander Padikkal, the fifth Indian to get 150 plus.
Today, it's almost like he's starting afresh. He'll get a couple of runs here. That again gives me an insight onto how this get a single. So 150 plus shows that he's got a big appetite for runs. He's happy to spend time at the crease. Plus, he's sensational.
A completely different approach. You spoke about restarting again today, just being careful, watching and taking his time. But you would think 14 fours and 1-6 is more the T20 version.
That 1-6 that he hit was very early in his innings and right at the start with.
Well, he controls it well, controlled it very well on top of it. Just knew exactly. Hit with so much of power. He's so good square of the wicket. He sees those areas and I love the way he, of course that was short, but generally 100 out of 100 the way he picks length.
Active there.
Pitch looked very good, hardly any scarring around. Slightly on the shorter side this over.
Took a little while to get used to it, but as soon as he got used to it, different story. Misfield at extra cover, looks like it's coming to Mendes. Should have been no runs given.
Too easy for Jurel, bowling too straight. Asita Fernando, he's got to stay just outside off stump. It's about being patient. New batter, you got a new ball in hand. Open the face of the bat, that's 4. Slow outfield, but it'll run away. 350 on the board.
Lovely channel by Asita Fernando. A length better as well, but I thought...
That's the line, that's the length. And look at all the deliveries that happen. You're just trying to get into play off the crease. That's when you have him in trouble. But when you're using your feet as Padikkal's doing, you will be dominating.
Both these left-handers, I feel, has been very successful. Being busy, having the sprint in their feet. 353. Both the bowlers bowling from this each side. So certainly, though there are some deliveries which miss the outside, the edge for the faster bowler or the spinners, quietly Indians and make it too easy. Just bowl tight. I like the feel that he has set at the moment. Mid-on just hovering around halfway mark. That's Lairu.
Nice, good bowling.
That's what Jurel is also trying to do. Get on to the back foot. The slowness of the pitch allows you to do that. Above the batter's eye line, naturally draws you onto the front foot. That's one way of getting him to where you want him to be from a bowling point of view. And without energy and bowling it into the air, you're not going to get it to dip. It starts to dip. Harder for the batter to pick the length.
Ideally, the attacking line should be just outside the off stump, probably about a couple of feet away from the middle stump. But at the new ball skidding on to the bat, I think he's been forced to bowl stumps to stumps. Should be at least couple. With Prabhat Jayasuriya at square leg was in front of square. 355 for 4. Kesan Wanta's bowl. And Devdutt Padikkal, who has scored 10 first-class 100, including this. And 6 150 plus scores. Shows the determination once he gets a start, once he gets to a...
Gets it over. Outfield not as quick as it usually is. Well, when the second new ball was taken, Farvi's the two left-handers in, and hence Silva opting to go with the off spinner. Picked up a wicket in the very first over. Really did bowl.
He's bowling, he just loves bowling from the 410.
Oh, gone. He's run past it. Devdutt Padikkal batting brilliantly. Just decided to go down the wicket and one skids through. Prabhat Jayasuriya gets a wicket, a big one.
And Niloshan Dikpal was picked in this side as the best gloveman in the country. And this was a neat stumping. Went quick, grabbed it and took.
Well, 431, we said the average score in the first innings here in goal. Will Sri Lanka have a sniff now if they can go bang bang? Jurelis also still needs a bit more zip. There are moments in a game where you need to seize. Now is a moment for Sri Lanka. 350. Oh, nicely bowled. There's not much you can do about that. But that's where you want to be.
It's much more attacking line when Kesar Nwanta is going to bowl round the wicket to Dhruv. Spins.
He's missing a trick. It's about 5 minutes to tea here. Two new batters. There's a bit of extra energy with the bowlers. Get another catcher in. Just get someone around and see how the batter reacts. Back your bowler to hit those good areas that you want him to stay there.
I think with Ravindra Jadeja, the striker's end chance.
It looks so much in control, Devdutt Padikkal, but just now kids through. Jadeja off the mark.
Yeah, clearly disappointed. For a batter to miss out after Sham. Oh, wow. Shan Madhuska, for a moment I thought it did carry to him, but he's someone, he's a live wire at forward short leg. Don't think it carried though.
Just a hint of an opening for Sri Lanka to stay in the game.
Since his last over before attack, I was just about to say, get this extra car field to gully area. Kamindu Mendis has been wasted at the moment. Ravindra Jadeja is not going to be comfortable playing forward defense just outside the yaw stump, and once that doesn't turn, Kamindu Mendis at extra cover, I think is a fielder wasted at the moment.
And you can take that chance, I would say. And this is the difference. Earlier we spoke of how well Padikkal played on the back foot. Ball gets softer. You can, but now it's getting on to you a little quicker. The fuller ball is skidding on. That's the difference. When that starts to happen, you can try to build some pressure as a bowler.
The mindset of trying to get into the tea break. Why not? And play with the mindset, since the batter is in the negative mindset of trying to play for the tea. Last delivery just slightly on the shorter side. Need to play it by Jadeja for a couple of runs.
Yeah, last ball for tea. Not letting India get to that 450, 500 or maybe even 600, which they felt India might get to at the start of the day. "94 overs have been bowled." Yep, Rod Tucker tells the players, yep, head back to the pavilion. It's tea. Part of 131 yesterday, he kept going. Looked so good until he was dismissed. So 21 overs, 3 wickets. Sri Lankans, well, something to smile about.
Yeah, just what the doctor ordered to get back to the game. 3 wickets and 3 big wickets for the Sri Lankan side. 21 overs, 76 in this session with the 3 wickets.